Okay, in order to solve simple percent problems here, we're going to use one-step equations. And the only thing we need to remember for these problems is what you're looking for. Always stands for an X. The word is actually means equal. 20% will always be written in decimal form, 0.20. The word of always means multiply, and then the number. So therefore, this problem actually says X equals 0.20 times 80. That's it. To multiply that together, 2 times, you can actually type it into your calculator. You can come over here. 2 times 80 is 160. We need one number to the right of the decimal, so our answer is going to be 16.0 or 16. So 20% of 80 is 16. Same thing, X equals 0.60 times 90. The word is means equal. The word of means multiply. Anytime you're dealing with fractions, percents, decimals, of means multiply. So X equals 0.60 times 90. 0.60 times 90 is the number 54. So 60% of 90 is 54. So if I ask you to find 150% of 30, now 100% of 30 is 30, so it's got to be bigger than that. So all we're doing, X is, we're going to turn that into decimal form, which is 1.5. We're going to multiply it by 30. We get an answer of 45. Now these next problems will work the exact same way. 15, the word is means equals. Whatever you're looking for, in this case it's a percent, is going to be your X. The word of means multiply, 60. Now these problems are one-step equations. And the way we're going to solve one-step equations, we got to get X by itself. We got to get rid of times 60. We mark it out, go to the other side and divide by 60. So all we've got to do, 15 divided by 60, we're going to turn that into a percent. You can reduce it if you'd like to, or you can actually type it into your calculator as 15 divided by 60, or you can actually divide it out, and you're going to get 0.25 because that is 1/4. And then since we're looking for a percent, you'll move your decimal over twice, and that's going to be 25%. So 15 is 25% or 1/4 of 60. The next one, 6 is what percent of 50? 6 is X times 50. To solve this equation, since you got X times 50, we're going to mark out times 50 and we're going to divide by it. Now, trick here. Since we're looking for a percent, percent actually means out of 100. So I'm going to take that 6 out of 50. You can divide it if you'd like to. But notice that bottom being a 50. Can we not just double? And 6 out of 50 is going to be the same thing as 12 out of 100, just like ratios, proportions, whatever you want to call them. So therefore, 12 out of 100, which would be 0.12, is going to be the same thing as 12%. We just need to get that into percent form somehow. And then the last one, 45 is means equals. What percent is X? Of means times, and 30. To solve this one-step equation, to get rid of times 30, we're going to divide by 30. And notice that's going to be over 100% because it's an improper fraction. You can reduce it if you want to, or you can just divide it. 45 divided by 30, I actually get a value of 1.5. Since we are looking for a percent, we got to change it back to percent form by moving it over twice. That's 150%. And then the last type, and if you understood those, you'll understand these pretty simple. 10 is 50%. We always turn it into decimal form. Of means times what number? Since these are being multiplied, we're going to mark it out. We're going to come to the other side and divide. And here's what I like to do in these problems. Think about how you're going to divide by 0.5. That's 0.5 into 10. You're going to have to move that decimal over once. What I like to do is go ahead and move it over once here. So 10 divided by 0.5 is the same thing as 100. I moved my decimal over once, divided by positive 5. I moved it over once on top, once on bottom, and 100 divided by 5 is actually 20. It's a little bit easier that way. 21 is 25%. Of means times what number? You can do the same thing to get rid of 0.25. Since they're being multiplied, we're going to divide. If you'd like to just type that into your calculator, 21 divided by 0.25, or you can actually divide it out, 21 divided by 0.25, move your decimal over twice, move your decimal over twice, bring it straight up. Whichever way you want to work it, you're going to get 84 as the value of X. Now, on this problem, a quick reminder, something else that you can do. And this actually makes this problem a whole lot easier. 21 is, 25%, if you want to change that to a fraction form, it actually makes this problem much, much easier. 1/4 of means times what number is x. To divide by a fraction, because since these are being multiplied, I'm going to mark it out and I'm going to divide by 1/4. Dividing by 1/4 is the same thing as multiplying by 4, flipping and multiplying. You get the exact same 84 as an answer there. 36 means equals. 1.6 is 160%. Of means times what number? And again, you can write this in fraction or decimal form. We're going to divide by 1.6. Type that into your calculator, and you actually get an x value of 22.5. So therefore, 36 is 160% of 22.5. It is larger.